One of the most common things I hear when people come to a class is, I think I've killed my sourdough starter. The truth is, you probably haven't killed your sourdough. It's actually very difficult to kill a sourdough starter. What's most likely is that it has gone dormant. And when it goes dormant, what happens is the starter turns into a sort of sludge at the bottom of your container, and a liquid forms on top, and that liquid is called hooch, and it's predominantly made up of acetic acid, which smells like vinegar, and alcohol. It's ethanol that's fermenting. And it doesn't smell horrible, it doesn't smell disgusting, it kind of smells vinegary, a little bit alcohol-y, and you can smell that it's fermenting. What it shouldn't do is smell putrid or disgusting. Now, most people want to pour that hooch off, but you don't need to pour that hooch off. So you simply stir that hooch back in, and then you get this creamy, kind of dull-looking, quite liquefied starter. It's still not active though. In order to activate it, what you actually have to do is refresh it. Refreshing it's quite simple. You add 2 large tablespoons of your sourdough starter into a clean, sterile jar. You give that a stir. You add some water in, about 200 grams of water, and you add 200 grams of flour in. Now, not just any flour. What you need to add in at this point is a stone ground wholemeal flour, because on that wholemeal or whole grain flour, there are some fantastic, wholesome new yeasts that add new breeding stock into your starter. And that way your starter's not just breeding over and over again with its cousins. So for a healthy starter and to get it back going again, you simply stir that back in. And here's one that we prepared earlier. This one was done 8 hours ago in exactly the same way with exactly the same starter. And this one here, you can see there are bubbles in it. You can see it's lively. 8 hours later, it's absolutely Olympic style sourdough starter, and this is ready to go. And if you want to test to see if it's definitely ready to go, if you've used white flour to refresh with, then you will see if you drop just a small amount into a glass of water, you'll see that it floats. The old sourdough starter, if we drop some of that in, you'll see it just splots to the bottom. There's no carbon dioxide in there. So if you compare the two, you can see that you've got your old starter here. It's kind of dull, it's not doing very much, it's very liquefied, there's nothing really going on with it. So remember, all you need to do is stir that hooch back in and refresh your starter, and it will be good to go.